I got it, damn right, I'm bout it. Click full of killers, please don't get us excited. Yeah, we're smoking loud, so lame niggas be quiet. If you fuck with us, we gon' start up a ride. I'ma start a ride, I'ma start a ride. I'ma start a ride, I'ma start a ride. I'ma start a...
What's up, YouTube? YGO 2010 here, and today I am bringing you guys a deck that I just recently found out about, that I finally perfected my build, which is almost the exact same build as other people on YouTube. But this is Gishki FTK, and this deck is like amazingly consistent. And you know, with Empty Jar and all this other nonsense, if you effect Veiler, then you know you can get the whole deck like beat right then and there, unless they have the Book of Eclipse or Book of Moon to chain to it. This, even if you effect Veiler, my Royal Magic Library, or my Mind August, then I still have plays for days because of Aqua Mirror. Like, Aqua Mirror is what makes the deck. That and a Mind August are the two boss cards of this deck, and they're what keep the loop going. First up, we got two Mind August, and his effect: when he's ritual summoned, I can target up to 5 cards in any grave and put them back in the deck. And I use him to recycle 1 Day of Peace and card destruction. Then we got 3 Gishki Soul Ogres. I never summon him. He's just the trade-in target, but on the off chance I do summon him, his effect is I can discard a Gishki monster, target a monster or card on my opponent's side of the field, face up card, and shuffle it back into the deck. Then Gishki Vision, if I ritual summon a warder, he can be the entire tribute. I have used his effect and Shadow's effect on multiple occasions when I didn't have the other Mind August in hand, and he has like kept the train going. But I usually use his effect, his second effect, where I can discard him and add a ritual from deck to hand. And you know, of course, these are the 2 rituals that I run. And then Gishki Shadow, he has the same entire tribute effect, but when I discard him, I add a ritual spell card to hand, which is Aqua Mirror. Then we got Royal Magic Library. He helps me speed the deck up because, you know, I can play all these spells continuously and over again, and instead of, you know, having to say take an hour to play the deck out, you know, with him I can do it in probably 30 minutes in a real life situation. But realistically, the deck takes about 15 minutes to deck a person out. Then onto the spell lineup, she got Aqua Mirror, three of them, and you know, that's the generic Gishki card where you use it to summon any ritual, and the levels have to be even. And while it's in the graveyard, this is the effect I use the most. While it's in the graveyard, I can target 1 Gishki ritual monster, return the Gishki monster to hand, and shuffle Aqua Mirror back into the deck. Amazing card, gets the dice rolling. 1 card destruction, 3 hand destruction. This is another setup card for the deck. I generally like to discard 2 Aqua Mirror because, like I said, Aqua Mirror is what gets the train going, dice rolling, whatever. And it's good with card destruction too, because I'll have less cards in my hand that I have to worry about drawing with later, and just is all around good setup because I can discard the Aqua Mirrors, which I prefer to, or I can even discard a ritual monster since they're all recyclable. Then we got 3 salvage for the searchers of the deck. Amazing card. 3 trade-ins for the ogre. 3 1 Day of Peace. This is the main win condition right here. The last duel I played, I probably played this card 17, 18 times, close to it. But this is the win condition. You recycle this card over and over, and this is how you beat him. Upstart Goblin, Into the Void, Magical Mallet. This is for those off chances where I have a hand where I have to work too hard to get the juices flowing. With this, it works two different ways. It can stop a potentially hard or bad hand, or it can give me more draw spells. More rare greed, put something back to draw into it with. And generally what I do is put back 2 rituals to draw 3, then search them right back out with Gishki Vision. And then 2 magical stone excavation. This card is amazing. Another discard card this one lets me add a spell from my grave back to hand, and that has helped out constantly because I'll have like 2 counters on Royal Magic Library at like toward the end of the loop when I got like 1 or 2 cards left in the deck, and I'll have this and 2 random spells I don't really need. Play that, get the draw spell or the 1 day of peace most likely back, draw, get the counter off, draw again, and then that's when the loop starts. Whenever I get my deck down to 0 is when the loop starts. Alright, and I'm going to try to get some duels up with this deck for you, but generally when people see that I keep summoning Mind August and putting 1 day of peace back, they quit out. So hopefully I can find a full match for you guys. The side deck really isn't anything special. I just toss some cards in there. I never actually switch out anything in the second game, because if I win the rock paper scissors, I win the match basically. Heavy, 3 MSTs, 2 lava golems, nothing really. And the extra deck, like I said, just toss random stuff in here. Adreus Tears, Zemayo, 3 Heliopolis, My Stroke, 3 Gimmick Puppet. Oh, that was Marrow Guy, sorry, that's My Stroke. Utopia Ray, Pearl, and Gotchi. Alright guys, let me know what you think of the deck. I know it's a very gay deck, and it is, like I said, amazingly consistent. But if you misplay with this deck, then you will almost always lose, because it only takes 1 misplay, one missed card time. It just takes that one wrongly timed spell card to mess the whole loop up, and from there you lose, because as you see, there's no protection in here. There's no chance of coming back. None of that. It's just all or nothing with this deck, and that's why it's so consistent. You just got to know what plays you want to do. And I say after about 3 games, I learned the deck. I lost my first 2 matches with it because I didn't know what to do. But after that 3rd match, I went first, and I just opened with Royal Magic Library, and that was it. He couldn't really do anything, and I was like, if you got Effect Veiler, you might want to discard it. He was like, I don't run it, and I was like, well, didn't matter if you did, but it was one of my friends, so I wasn't being a douche to just a random guy. Alright guys, YGO out.